Arkadaşlar tekrar selamlar. Muhteşem internet sağlayıcımız Türk Telekom sayesinde bağlantımız koptu ve tekrar aslında planlamadığım bir şekilde ikinci videoyu yapıyoruz durumundayım şu anda. İlk video biraz kısa bir video oldu. Şu an etrafı keşif turundayız. Burası da tapınakları galiba.
Every detail matters when designing a main character. Personality, backstory, mannerisms. Eivor the wolf-kissed must have a noticeable scar, and tattoos to represent past events, beliefs, and clan affiliation. A mood board was made with various references from Mad Max's Furiosa to Major Motoko Kusanagi in Ghost in the Shell, which allowed concept artists to create compositions, silhouettes, shapes, and concepts. Then the character modelers designed the details, hairstyles, tattoos, outfits, and even leather stitching, while animators focused on body movement and facial expressions. Finally, actors Magnus Brun Nielsen and Cecily Stenspill were cast to give Eivor a voice, tailored to her or his personality. It's alive! Alive!
Bakalım. İzlanda'daki National Park'ın bir görüntüsü arkadaşlar. Vikinglerden kalma yine. Önce şu 91'e bir gidelim bakalım arkadaşlar. 91 metrede ne varmış?
Music is at the core of AC Valhalla's experience, defining territories and moods. To create an acoustic dichotomy between Norsemen and Angles, Norway's music borrows sounds from rituals and daily life, while England's music revolves more around the church. In total, it's 5 hours of music composed through the collaboration of Jesper Kudd,
Jesper Kudd. Bütün Assassin's Creed'in neredeyse müziklerini yapan kişi.
To the uncontrollable delight of AC Black Flag fans, sea shanties were also added to AC Valhalla. They're sung as Eivor sails on the longship by none other than Einar Selvik, Skald Bragi in the game.
Tamam, 192'ye gidelim. Harhol. Haydi ilk atımıza da binmiş olalım. Sama. Buraya bakmış mıydık? Baktık. Ha, bunlar ne? Balinalar. Karşılaşmış mı? Çürümüş mü? Ne olmuş buna? Yoksa şey mi? Heykel mi? Vay vay anasını satayım herif. O şişkolukla maymun bildiğin. Bu ne saçmalık ya. Fast travel'ı açmamışız ya. Bu metro ne? Orası mı? Ha.
Even warriors get some playtime. Indeed, it seems that Vikings played board games that involved throwing small objects, such as carved wooden figures. However, the team couldn't find any clear rules for these games. But all hope wasn't lost. The developers of Singapore, Chengdu, and Montreal studios all came together to invent new rules and mocked up their prototypes in a tabletop simulator. And then probably got really angry when one of them won and the rest lost. Everyone on the team could experience and enjoy the evolving versions of the Orlog 2.0. A first physical prototype was also made, using real dice that were painted over. The game of Orlog was reborn. And AC Valhalla's version of the Orlog was so loved by fans that Ubisoft partnered with Pure Arts to produce real-life Orlog sets.
Adamlar bir Orlog set yapmışlar arkadaşlar. Orlog, Vikinglerin oynadığı bir oyunmuş. Festival zaten gittiğimiz için oraya gidiyor. Ama dediğim gibi bu karakteri beğenmedim ya, böyle şişko mişko bilmem ne. Arkadaş nasıl bulacağız biz bu evidence'i ya? Yemin ediyorum ne kafa ötülediniz be. Herhalde biriyle konuşacağız illaki ya. Neyi göremiyorum acaba ya? Neyi göremiyorum?
Stavanger. Every deep music. Even
Baksana. Koca balinayı iç etmişler. Tamam, bir de al başa. Ne kaçmış olabilir yani gözden? Ta buraya kadar almış olamazsın değil mi? Tüh, ta buraya kadar aldı ya.
Your father would be happy to come to the farmer's company.
You'll be off raiding for months, not years. Shorter than your trade routes even. The farm and I will still be here when you return.
And return I shall.
You had better, or I'll come find you.
Trick,
No. I'll take good care of...
come in. I'm coming.
Tamam, buranın tamamını yaptın zaten.
You coddle him, my love. He's a grown man, not an errant child.
Slaves talk, Gunhilda. If he returns to his family and says we mistreated him, I might find myself in a duel.
No duels until you've worked on your swordsmanship.
I'm sure to get practice on this expedition with Harold. Our enemies may not fight with blunted blades, but he's promised me the children of Stavanger are far more fierce.
The children who struck you as you lay sleeping, then ran away laughing? You'll need to keep your wits about you, if so.
Wolf, good morning.
My mother loved the fine woolen cloak you...
Oh,
I...
just think. After a few raids, we'll have enough silver to leave this place for good.
Ben küçücük bir vaktinizi alacağım arkadaşlar.
I would be happy anywhere. But Stavanger is small.
Too small for the grand dreams of the shepherd girl. Too small for the grand dreams of the shepherd girl.
And why not? Even a worm may one day hold up the sky.
Come, Mikiel has promised to aid you in my affairs while I'm at sea. You'll have plenty of time to dream while I'm gone. Mikiel! Oh, I can't believe he'd betray me like this.
You haven't known Mikkel that long. He has to protect his own reputation first.
Not him, Bjorn.
He's always sniffing about your trades like a wild dog. He envies your success and wishes to take it for himself.
Well, we won't let him. We've worked too hard for him to take this chance away from us now. We will not let Bjorn get away with this, I swear it. Bjorn! What have you done? What falsehoods have you been spreading about my family's honor?
Nothing but the truth. This sail your wife made, that you sold me, is as rotten as your intentions. You wish for me and my men to drown on the open ocean, where our bodies would never be found.
Are you a fool? Even if I wanted to leave you stranded and sail west alone, Harold would never allow it. He would make me rescue you, and then we would all be doomed.
I don't claim to understand you, Oathbreaker, but your methods are plain. I believe I'll go inform Harold of your duplicity. He should be arriving any moment now.
My love, that is no work of mine.
I know. This was done by a hand far coarser than yours. Bjorn is trying to sabotage my place on the expedition.
You cannot let him accuse you in front of the assembly. No chieftain would ever take you on again. I will not see my parents starve because of Bjorn's lies.
Then I must gather evidence and bring his falsehoods to light.
I will speak with the wives, to rally them to our cause. And I will pray to the Hamminja for guidance.
Our ancestors will give you wide. If I were an impulsive oaf, where would I hide the sail? These crates came from not far. No local wares then.
Horses shitted! Lutos, horses shitted!
Nitterday! Between his Swickland moose!
Quality! Quality Ella!
The way des!
Let us that horse on a hongian! What happened? Bring us some snail!
Shan!
When the sweldet und bochtene!
Tell me, did Bjorn accept any wares these past few days?
Surely he did.
Did you? Thank you, my.
Where Papito Wilmot? Is the city here betrickt?
David!
Und only Zendice! Und Bella, bitte! Nicht der Elle Horstonia! Stunderlich! Sto is on helle for Thomas Ivan!
Du shalt wane and death!
Letavie dieses milder Liedje! Tervata tunget an den Dwellichan! None board! None for eveness! Horses shitted! Lutos, horses shitted!
Nitterday!
Quality Ella! Where Papito Wilmot? Is the city here betrickt? Und only Zendice! Und Bella, bitte! Nicht der Elle Horstonia!
Don't vex us, it's Sedge!
Capello a is on helle for Thomas Ivan.
Oh, du shalt wane and death us!
Lethavie visas mildet liche. Tervata junget an den dwellichan. None more! None for even! Horses shitted! Lutos, horses shitted! Quality Ella!
Bewaides!
Let that horse to the home ya then! What happened? Give us some smell!
Shan!
When the shredded und bochene!
Laat us voor de stuiten!
Not be from
That is Gunhilda's stitching. So Bjorn planned to take her sail for himself after all. It will need to be more than my word against Bjorn. I'll need people to vouch for me as well.
Humble Viking'imizle yolumuza devam ediyoruz arkadaşlar. Bakalım.
Friends, neighbors, listen to me. Bjorn has declared me Oathbreaker, calling my good name into question.
We saw the sail. It would have torn in the first gust of wind.
That was a sail he bought from Notfall, carried to us in sea-soaked wood. My wife's sail he kept aside for himself, to use once he reached the open sea.
I am familiar with Gunhilda's stitching. That sail was no work of her hands.
What reason does Bjorn have to lie, if revealing the truth is as simple as you say?
He hoped to turn Harold against me, to keep me from tomorrow's expedition, to hide the truth until I had already been exiled. If you care for we who will travel with him, this insult cannot go unanswered. He would endanger his crew for a petty grievance. He is unworthy of command. Free men of Stavanger, hear me. We must inform the assembly. We must inform Harold Jarl. Only then will our safe return be assured. Are you with me? The assembly is about to start.
Bu arada oyunda görünen Assassin's Creed'in A'sı kalmış, gerisi yok. Yani Assassin's Creed'le alakası yok oyunun.
I found your sail and the mark of the goods Bjorn claimed were ours. His lies are already falling apart.
You've done well, but I fear what you have found may not be enough to convince the assembly. What will you do?
I will demand a manyapnata and declare my own deeds as evidence that my word holds more weight than Bjorn's. His reputation cannot compete with ours.
A sound plan. I have rallied the wives to our cause and prayed to the gods. Even if you lose, my silver-tongued warrior, the women will make the assembly see reason.
I see my heart beats its fiercely.
Go now.
Forsetti, bless me as I defend Umem.
Thorstein Oathbreaker! Come to beg forgiveness with your tail between your legs!
Men of the assembly, Bjorn claimed a sail I sold him was rotten. But I have found Gunhilda's work hidden, and the sail he claimed was mine came in sea-soaked wood from not far. He sought to ruin my reputation to cover up his poor trade, all so he could claim Harold's favor as his own.
Thorstein, if what you say is true, Bjorn is guilty of lying, injury to your reputation, and of an arrogance that could have led to the deaths of his crew and yours. Yet he was the one to bring you before the assembly. So now you must choose. How will you defend your honor?
We will have combat aplenty across the sea. I choose the Manjapnatur.
Come then. My tongue is as sharp as my blade. Declare yourself worthy, if you can.
Bunu Türkiye'dekiler nasıl oynayacak ya Allah'ını seversen?
Finest of navigators at home on the sea.
İstemeniz lazım arkadaşlar. Kendimi sola almam lazım.
Yet the ships and the rations were handpicked by me.
True, but I was the first to be picked for this crew.
I'm calling your bluff. That's not true.
Believe it, Oathbreaker. Harald prefers me. You're a liar, a thief, and a braggart, a pest!
Your face is red. Maybe you should rest.
Enough! You both must know that attacking each other during a manjapnaður is strictly forbidden. It's time for me to step in. It's clear that Thorstein is the one who has been wronged. It is my suggestion that Bjorn be removed from my expedition and exiled, never to return. His lands and trade goods will be forfeit, gone to pay the costs of finding another navigator with so little time to spare.
No, Harald. I...
Do not draw more of my wrath upon yourself. I could have named you a murderer and demanded your death.
What say you, men of Stavanger? Do you accept the terms put forth by Harald Jarl?
We choose exile.
Exile. Exile! Then it is decided. Now come, Thorstein. We have a navigator to find.
Hadi bakalım. Kendimizi aklamış olduk arkadaşlar iftiraya karşı. İlk görevimizi de bu şekilde bitirmiş olduk. The Elderman seti de aldık. Zırh olarak. Through Faith and Fire. Kardeş Eldrik manastırda keşiş olarak başlıyor. Aristoteles, Anglo-Sakson, Britain. Anglo-Sakson İngiltere'sindeyiz şu anda. 870 yılında.
Awaken.
I'd best not keep the abbess waiting.
I know the journey was hard on you, so I'll let you sleep through the dawn prayer.
Good morning, abbess. Thank you.
Now, the sun is rising. You must not miss Prime.
I appreciate the reprieve and the awakening.
Call it a weakness. Your father's name will be a stone around your neck in Ealing. You've a difficult path ahead of you, I'm afraid.
Yes, abbess.
Well, there's nothing to be done about it. Better you prove yourself early than risk becoming the subject of gossip.
I will, abbess.
You may break your fast in the kitchen with the others once your prayers are concluded. We don't frown on piety here, brother. Should you wish to stay at chapel to pray to the Lord once your duties are concluded, you may be assured that food will be available to you.
Photogrammetry isn't just a very hard word to say, it's also an innovative technique for in-game textures. Determined to illustrate accurate surfaces, the graphics team travelled to England to capture every inch of stone walls and pavements, sometimes for 12 hours straight. A 3-metre wall would take 250 pictures, stitched together by specialised software. The final result is a 3D file with colours and depths, designed into tileable textures. These textures are then used by level artists and modelers to add onto buildings. To push the realism further, the graphics team also added uneven silhouettes with protruding stones, slate angles and damaged areas.
Vallahi helal olsun.
Go to the kitchen before terse.
That's mid-morning?
Precisely, my son.
Manastırı yapmak için arkadaşlar sadece bir duvarın yüzlerce fotoğrafı çekilip onu modelleyip aslında neredeyse birebir aynı uygunlukta manastırı yapmışlar. Şu halı var, milyonlarca dolar değerindedir şu an.
I must not miss Prime.
Yet these scriptures are there as a guide, my son. When reading them,
we must listen also for the voice.
Pater noster, qui es in caelis, sanctificetur nomen tuum. Adveniat regnum tuum. Fiat voluntas tua, sicut in caelo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitti nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris. Et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Amen.
Oh, Latince duamızı da ettik. Tamam. Tepeye çıkıp buradan atlayacağız. La keşiş, ne işin var senin? Manastırın tepesinde mepesinde. Ne diyor? Git diyor, bir aç karnına doyur diyor.
Time to eat.
And there she was an abbess. And then you...
Are you well, Brother Oswin?
We must have silence at the Lord's table.
Brother!
Very well. Take him to the infirmary if you must. But the bishop shall hear of your defiance.
Tell me, Oswin, where does it hurt?
Everywhere, brother. It's like there's fire in my veins.
I will find a way to ease your pain. I promise. I must find the monk in charge. Father Bertwald, was it?
I hope you can treat that patient yourself.
The patient speaks of fire in the veins, Father.
An uncommon ailment, and one I don't know by heart. The scribes often copy remedies in the scriptorium. You may be able to find something there to aid you. But if not, Sister Winifred will be able to help.
Yes, Father. Scriptorium. Right, I remember where that was.
Hristiyanların sadece doğayla iyileştiğine dair bir inançları varmış. Onu anlatıyor arkadaşlar yazı. Buradaki illüstrasyonda arkadaşlar, baktığımız illüstrasyonda bir kişinin 9999'a kadar nasıl sayacağının yolunu göstermişler.
No. No.
Can I help you, brother?
Oh, let me just... Ah, no. No luck. I'll have to ask Sister Winifred. Sister Winifred! I've looked but can't find a remedy. Tell me, what is the cure for fire in the veins?
A dire challenge indeed. Ox's recipe for pain should aid us here. You will need double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and wormwood. Though with the raids nearby of late, and the early first frost, you may have trouble with the latter.
Is there anything that can replace it?
Well, I have heard that dust from a relic can have miraculous properties. We're blessed here in Ellie to have several. Perhaps, if you gather some, the saints will intercede on your patient's behalf.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. Double brewed ale, honey, feverfew, and the dust of a relic. Should be simple enough. They might have ale in the kitchens. One found, 3 to find.
Viewer ablassen. Toll, we're schon hier in Eltern. Schon ohne Latsche.
Flensikoon oftast ville it's true,
The relics are kept at the back of the chapel.
우측에.
That's
우측에.
halfway done.
Honeymoon referred to the Scandinavian practice of giving newlyweds a moon cycle's worth of mead. Which is too much mead. But honey was valued by Angles and Norsemen alike. It was then vital for the developers to represent the beekeeping practice as faithfully as possible, depending on each region's real flora.
The nuns had set up to gather honey round here. Do I just take it? Or...
Careful, brother. You wouldn't want to get stung. The bees jealously guard their golden hoard.
I need honey for a remedy. Can you help me?
Of course. Take the honey from the table. I'll gather more for the abbess.
Thank you, sister. God bless you. And that's the third. Now for the last. Feverfew grows best in full sun, and hopefully far from the sisters' bees. What does feverfew look like again?
Good morrow, brother. What brings you to the woods?
Good morrow. Do you know where I could gather feverfew or wormwood?
No wormwood left this season. As for feverfew, no small white daisies are what you seek.
Thank you, brother. God bless you. I have everything I need. Now to mix it.
Hadi şu 43 metreye de gidelim de oradan devam edelim.
Level artists and designers used different types of forests to structure England's kingdoms. Oak trees, ivy and rowan in Wessex, heatherfields, Scot pine trees, moss and willow trees in East Anglia, beech trees, bluebells and autumnal birch trees in Mercia, and tundra bushes, western gorse, dead and frozen trees in Northumbria. Ubisoft Sophia even recreated Wistman's Wood in Hamptonshire, using the pictures the development team took during their scouting trip. To do so, they integrated old, medium-sized trees, a smattering of rocks, a soupçon of moss, and a bit of fog to complete this ominous atmosphere.
Bu atmosferi yaparlarken arkadaşlar İskoçya'yı gezip oradaki ormanlardan bir sürü fotoğraf vesaire falan çekmişler. Onu aslında uygun şekilde tasarlamışlar. Yani ormanlar aslında gezdiğinizde sadece bir orman değil, İngiltere'deki orman dokusuna çok yakın bir dokuya sahip bir orman. Yani oyunun çevresel faktörlerini sadece yapmak için yapmamışlar. Şu an olduğumuz yer burası arkadaşlar. Yapılan yer. Bunun oyunda aslına uygun şekilde uyarlanmış halinde yer alıyoruz. Zart diye başlayan İngiliz yağmuru.
As the monastery of Ely had been destroyed, level designers and artists had to draw their inspiration elsewhere. More specifically, from the Saint-Martin du Canigou Abbey in France. Despite the construction being
Bu Fransa'daki arkadaşlar gerçek bir manastırın fotoğrafı.
It offered interesting architecture for the players to enjoy. Atop a hill for great scenery. A cloister to clear the perspective, and the bell tower to provide an iconic.
Sister Winifred brought me the recipe from the scriptorium. And now I am delighted to discover you know the use of the mixing bench too. Would that God had sent you to me sooner? The infirmary would be in far better shape.
I spent many summers mixing poultices for the townsfolk in Canterbury.
Then I shall observe and hopefully learn some new tricks of my own. What was the first ingredient in Sister Winifred's remedy?
The first ingredient is double brewed ale.
Which two ingredients did you gather in the forest?
Nightshade and hemlock. Wait, aren't those poisonous? I'll put them aside. It was feverfew and honey to ease the throat.
What did Sister Winifred suggest you substitute for the final ingredient?
Dust from a relic is said to cure many ills. There. Done. This should ease Brother Osween's pain. Here, brother, drink this. It will ease your pain.
Thank you, brother. I can feel it working already. How fortunate I am that God sent you in my time of need.
Rest now. Soon you'll be back on your feet.
Brother Elrich, you must come at once.
What's the matter, brother?
Do you not hear the bells? The abbess requires your presence at chapel immediately.
I'll go as soon as I'm done helping Brother Osween.
No, you must go now. Hurry!
I hope the abbess will tell me what's going on.
Saldırı var galiba. Herkes kaçtığına göre.
Abbess, what is happening?
Come with me, Brother Elrich. The heathens are on their way, and we must secure the relics before they approach.
Then we shall all flee together?
No, brother. The others prepare to fight. Collect the reliquary, please.
Forgive me, blessed saints, but I must carry you from your place of rest.
Now come, we have no time to spare. Take the relic to your father. Our families may share no love, but we are of a mind when it comes to the Lord. He will know what to do.
That man is a stranger to me.
As was our Lord Jesus Christ when he died on the cross for our sins. Help often comes from unexpected hands, brother. Now, follow quickly. Into the catacombs. Remain swift and silent.
shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters.
Mustafa'cığım hoş geldin kardeşim, sağ olasın. Black Friday'de 5 tane oyun aldık, bir tanesi bu.
So I pried the book from his hands and tore the covers off to bring home. I'll be able to afford another slave this harvest season, at the very least.
These Saxons and their books. You'd think they were more precious than their own lives. But if no one lives to speak of what's written down, who will remember it?
Not to speak of how they treat their dead. Putting bones or pieces of wood inside golden boxes. How this honors their god, I'll never understand.
Waiting won't make it any easier.
İşbirler ya. Mustafa'cığım kafamda var. Mesela ilk hatta Aleo ile gündem değerlendirmelerde Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise, Nioh 1 oyunlarını komple detaylıca inceleyeceğiz. İncelemesini vesaire anlatacağız. Onu da yarın yapmayı planlıyoruz Ali ile beraber. Çünkü başta kanalı açtığımız zaman bu gündem değerlendirmeleri noktasındaki şeyimiz sebebi oydu. Onu öyle bir sistem kurmamızın sebebi.
I could not let you pass without experiencing the sting of your wit.
The mood I'm in, you'd best hope for a stinging rather than a lashing.
Then let's begin. On the Isle of Ely, great riches were won.
A victory some of us wish were undone.
Oh, intriguing and well spoken. I've heard of your legend, your grace and prowess.
You said it yourself. I've no need to impress.
The merchant with the silver tongue strikes again. It's a shame Harald Jarl outshines you so brightly.
Enough with the words. You should fight me?
weak, I'm afraid. How disappointing.
I trust you have been stung enough for now.
Thorstein, the hero of many tales.
Mustafa'cığım teşekkür ederim kardeşim. Ben seviyorum seni. Allah'a emanetsin. Görüşmek üzere. Viking döneminden kalma kılıç arkadaşlar. Danimarka Müzesi'nde gösteriliyormuş. Ama kılıç çok hoşuma gitmedi, öyle söyleyeyim, çok. Bir şey yok yani kılıcın.
You've been far from our shores, but never my thoughts.
There's something I must say, my
So formal. Did the crossing scour our friendship from your mind?
It did not. It's only by friendship that I am brave enough to speak.
Tell me then. I'm listening.
I tire of raiding Harold. I want to settle where there's rich, dark soil for the taking. I want to make a place of our own where I can live out my days with my wife.
You're young yet, my friend. Plenty of time to grow old with a bouncing infant on each knee.
No, my Jarl. I've delayed too long already. Today I search for a ship.
I have none to spare.
Then I shall purchase one.
Commission, perhaps. I hope this folly of yours can withstand a year's wait.
If that is what it takes. It is no slight to you, my Jarl. My love for you has not waned, but my love for my wife only grows stronger with each absence. I hope you will bless my journey. In time.
Go.
Önce şu 60 metredekini bir görelim arkadaşlar. Neymiş bu 60 metredeki? Burayı bitirince de arkadaşlar o videoyu sonlandıralım çünkü 1 saat 20 dakikalık bir video oldu.
As longhouses were at the center of Norse communities, it was only natural that they'd be at the forefront of AC Valhalla. Just like any true Viking, Eivor hosts feasts, plans battles, and sleeps in her longhouse. But what about its design? The art direction team first took a scouting trip to Lofoten, Norway, to immerse themselves in the land and bring back references. And chocolate. From these pictures, modelers and artists designed variations of paint patterns, carved animals, frescoes, and so on, for players to enjoy and use to customize their settlement. Anglo-Saxon longhouses, on the other hand, were designed with different materials, such as hay and lime, and less detailed engravings. Can't have them steal the show.
Burası laf atan arkadaşlar. Medieval Trading Center, Norway. Önce 41'i görelim. 41 şurada zaten. Torun çekici. Önce şöyle bir halledelim.
Woody, keeping those hands of yours busy.
They'll be ready to tie knots
Şey
in
alayım
the
mı?
worst winter storms, I swear.
And they're going to bring it all the way from Ekondersund?
Definitely not. My parents have never traveled farther than Notfall, and they complained about the food the whole time.
Have you told them of your plans to sail west?
Not yet. They've woven sails for Thorstein before. No need for them to know that this time will be any different.
Ulla, it's been a long time.
It has. Time.
Not yet. They've woven sails for Thorstein before. No need for them to know that this time will be any different. Not until all our hard work has paid off.
Böyle burada gösteriyorsun da nerede? Ha oradaymış ya.
Well, how did it go with Harald?
Harold will not stand in our way, but neither will he help us.
Oh, at least he could give you his blessing.
He did not.
Oh, my love. He will come around. His love for you flows deep, but its pull is as strong as the tides.
I see you've made good on your promise to find us traveling companions at least.
This group of good-for-nothings, they're only here as ballast.
Ah, then fine. It's a good...
And the nav...
Talk the invalder to the shipmaster. Bir tane gemi yaptırmaya çalışıyoruz bakalım. Dokuzuncu yüzyılda yapılmış olan bir geminin replikasıymış arkadaşlar bu da. Adamlar şu gemilerle okyanus aşmışlar ya.
Now, you can't make a Viking game without an awesome longship. It's the law. After all, Norsemen are renowned for their boat-building craftsmanship to this day. To do it justice, modelers in Montreal built the dimensions and shapes, while artists in Singapore created 48 different variations of longboats with stunning designs inspired by Norse mythology. The outcome speaks for itself. A slick, clinker-built hull for hydrodynamism, shallow keels to sail in low waters, and even a removable mast to pass under bridges. Now set sail, and may you have fair winds and following seas. Don't forget your sandwiches.
Şimdi sizdeyim arkadaşlar tekrar. Şu gemi yapımcısıyla bir konuşalım bakalım.
Involder, I need a ship. My wife and I leave for the land across the sea.
Harald
Elini
won't pay
sakın.
for such a vessel, I'm sure. Did you really fill your pockets that well on your last raid?
I have gold enough to cover the cost.
Wood, sails, and all?
Gunhilda's family will provide the sail. The rest I will purchase.
Ah, you're a lucky man.
I know.
Speak with Skaga for a pine mast, then, and yarn for the nails. Tell him I'll expect him to be on time with his deliveries in the future.
I'll see what I can do.
Önce şu 34'tekini bir görelim bakalım orada ne varmış arkadaşlar. %25, 48. Önce şu 48'i bir halledelim.
Thorstein, what brings you to my...
Involder sent me.
Oak or pine?
I'm...
7 metre.
Use that axe to remove the bark from this log. Underneath you will find silken pine, flexible and light, that will bend in the wind. Perfect for a mast. Once you have a sense of the wood, come find me and I will show you another. Tap in the wedges gently. We want this log to split as straight as possible. That way we will have long hard boards of oak for the hull of your ship to protect you and your fellow. I'll wait for you over there. Planing the wood ensures a tight fit between the boards, leaving no gaps or knots that might give way in the middle of the sea. The smoother the joints, the smoother your journey. Now, which type of wood did Involder send you for?
Pine for a mast.
I'll send your new mast to the shipyard as soon as it's ready.
Are you looking for something?
Involder sent me.
Of course he did. I had it. I don't...
Nereye bırakacağız lan bunu?
Creating an immersive world also includes the sounds triggered when Eivor interacts with her or his surroundings. Shown here are coloured surfaces that play a specific...
Balıkları böyle kurutuyorlar demek ki arkadaşlar.
Finally you return. Now, there's one... Which animal would you like best for your prow? I have 3 available, so you can choose the spirit that suits your intentions. You will also need to bring me a blessed charm to put inside the prow. But I won't need it for many months yet. Take a look and let me know if you have any questions.
Tell me about the serpent.
The snake-headed prow will ensure you dominate the waves with disconcerting ease and great stability. Is this the prow you want?
I'm not sure.
Take your time.
Stabil bir sürüş istiyorsanız diyor, bu serpent kafasını diyor kullanın diyor.
Tell me about the horse.
The horse? A risky choice. But you can count on it to lead you quickly to port, with the proper ritual precautions, of course. Is this the prow you want?
I'm not sure.
Riskli bir seçim, hızlı gider ama diyor stabil değildir.
Tell me about the elk.
The elk is associated with the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. For a new beginning in distant lands, it could be quite fitting. Is this the prow you want?
Yes.
Excellent. Then we can get started.
Bless us on our journey to new lands and a new home.
Thorstein.
Yes, my Jarl.
I was childless before. In my joy at seeing you home, I wasn't ready to discuss your departure again so soon. Nor see you gone for good. Please, accept this with my blessing.
Unjo, the rune of kinship.
And why not? No man has been a truer brother to me than you. It has been an honor to have you in my fjelag, even if this leg of the trip will be shorter.
Yedi ay sonra.
The day has finally come.
Bu şekilde gemimiz yapmış oldu arkadaşlar.
Many have come before you, and many will come after. Yet, when I die, it will be your friendship that I recall as I await the opening of Valhalla.
There, we will meet again.
Go then, and the winds take you swiftly to soft lands and great riches.
May your name never be forgotten.
Sadece şu bir tane yer kalmış. Onu da bir görelim öyle. Lan düşme. Diskalifiyatorda ne kaldı ki geriye? Bir şey kalmamış gibi duruyor bakalım arkadaşlar. Aynen, sadece gidiş kaldı.
Treat her well, Thorstein.
Oh, my wife will make sure of it. I've never seen a woman more in love with a boat.
And I've never seen so fine a sail. If you ever return, I will have work for her.
And I can apprentice myself to Skaga. A sound plan.
You still owe me for that last box of nails.
Imvolder told me he paid.
I'm just playing with you. Be well, Thorstein.
And you.
I shall miss your scathing replies, Thorstein.
And I'll miss your insufferable arrogance.
God smile on you, my friend.
A fine ship for a fine man.
And the finest craftsmanship I've ever laid eyes on. You have blessed us indeed.
Haydi gidelim artık arkadaşlar ve bu videoyu burada sonlandıralım. Böylece arkadaşlar ilk bölümü bitirmiş olduk. Başlangıç noktasında çok güzel grafikler olsa da oyun henüz çok ilgimi çekmedi arkadaşlar, bakalım. İleriki dönemlerde ne kadar ilgi çekici olacak. Yayını böylece sonlandırıyoruz arkadaşlar. Sonraki yayında görüşmek üzere. Sağlıcakla kalın.